Okay, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this year's Seat King Christmas Theater. My name's Ho Ho. I'm one of Santa's helpers. He sent me down here to host this event this year. This year's tale is called Christmas Dreams. It's ready to start, so I'm going to introduce the narrator for the tale. And she's back from last year. It's Santa's sweetie, Mrs. Claus. Please join me and give her a warm welcome.
Thank you for that marvelous introduction, Ho Ho. I'd like to welcome you to Christmas Dreams, a holiday fantasy written by Jim Eaton, directed by Jim Eaton, costuming by Jim Eaton, special effects by Jim Eaton, assistant scriptwriter Robert Fennessy, assistant to Mr. Eaton, Chet Ekstrand. We began this tale on December 21st, 1994 at the Boeing Customer Services Training Center at Long Acres. It was the Wednesday before the beginning of the Christmas holiday. The employees were very cheerful and excited. There were only a couple more days until the beginning of a well-deserved break. But it was actually a very sad day at this world-renowned training center. A never-ending litigation to settle the dispute over Boeing's building permit at Long Acres was finally about to reach a conclusion. Unfortunately for the employees of the training center, it appeared all but certain the U.S. Supreme Court would rule against the big airplane manufacturer. Just that morning, during a 777 simulator ride, Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor confided in Peter Morton that the court was going to rule in favor of Akers and attorney Chris Clifford. She told him Clifford, now a nationally known celebrity, had developed so much public support that they dared not rule against him. His celebrity status, the result of regular appearances on Oprah and Larry King, had unfortunately brought the wheels of justice to a shameful halt. We now join a very somber group of customer training executives at the training center. Peter Morton, Director of Customer Training, Jack Martz, Business Training Devices and CTAS Manager, Jim Lukens, Manager of Maintenance Training, Chet Ekstrand, Director of Flight Training, and Ken Kosman, Manager of Customer Services Computing Systems. They are preparing to leave for home at the end of a very difficult day.
I can't believe it. They're actually going to shut us down. This is horseshit.
I know. We're going to have to tough this out. We've got to be cool. At the employee meeting tomorrow, I'm breaking the news. Christmas vacation for customer training is canceled. Everyone has to come in and help with the move back to South Park. After the court rules tomorrow, we'll only have 10 days before they start tearing the place down.
Wow, all the simulators have to be broken down and reassembled back at the old facility. 10 days isn't enough time. This is going to be a nightmare.
Oh man, Peter York just finished assigning IP addresses to 400 newly installed Power PCs. He's going to have a cow. None of this would be happening if we hadn't merged BCS into BCAG.
What are you guys whining about? I'm the guy that has to tell Gary Dagan about this. He told us we were full of shit to start with. We couldn't pull this off. We weren't clever enough. He said we should let horse racing and training coexist here. And now I gotta go eat crow.
I hate a guy who memorizes his lines.
Does all this mean we're not going bowling tonight?
Oh, no, we're tied for first place. We're bowling. But you guys go ahead. I got to take care of a couple of things. Don't worry, I'll be there in time for warm-ups. Okay.
See you there.
Bear up here. This can't be happening to the training center. My baby. They're going to tear down my baby. Easy now, easy, oh boy. I better go for a spin in the 777 simulator to settle my nerves.
Peter was, well, kind of upset. But flying the 7-7 simulator always seemed to relax him.
I'm gonna make it! I'm gonna make it! Yes, I am! I'm gonna make it! I'm gonna make it! Here we go! There we go! Out to the bridge!
Terrain.
It was a terrible accident. Peter was trying to do a Tex Johnson barrel roll under the Ship Canal Bridge. And well, he blew it. The simulator seized. He had hit his head on the control column and was rendered unconscious. Peter eventually came to with a very sore forehead, but otherwise uninjured. However, the world that he awoke to was a very different one from the one he had known before he entered the simulator.
It's taking him longer to wake up than we anticipated.
It was a really different world than we even anticipated.
Hey, Ram, you want to go to the tractor pull tomorrow night at the Tacoma Dome?
No thanks, Johnny.
No, Bigfoot's going to be there. And I've got some extra tickets.
No thanks, Johnny. Tomorrow's Nordstrom's half-yearly sale. And I have an appointment with my personal counselor. You know Sebastian? Everything looks pretty good here.
Pete? Jonathan?
Pete!
Rem, what's with the uniforms?
Pete, what are you doing here? You know you're not allowed in the simulator area after... Well, in fact, you're not allowed in the building at all after hours. Now, the director of customer training will surely fire you if he finds out.
What's going on here?
Pete, listen, we've got to get you out of here. Johnny, cover for me. I'm going to take Pete home.
You got it, Remster.
Peter spent that night alone and confused in a small wooden shack just south of the training center. There was a rusted mailbox nailed to the flimsy door of the shack. It had the name of the shack's owner stenciled onto it, Pete Morton. He was awakened from a fitful sleep the next morning by the sound of thunder. He bolted upright in his tiny bed, still wearing his jockey uniform. Disoriented, he opened the door to the shack. To the right, he could see the glistening towers of the Customer Services Training Center. 20 yards ahead of him, beyond a white rail, Peter saw the source of thunder. A team of mounted thoroughbreds galloping furiously past him. A horse race was on at Longacres. He watched in disbelief as he stepped out through the doorway of the shack.
Pete, what's gotten into you? Come on, come on! Hey! They're in the lobby, they're waiting for you. The Chuckwalla Gambling Commission is here for their annual yearly visit. Come on, you got to get up out of here. You got to get them on their tour.
It was now December 22nd, 1999. 5 years since Peter's first night in the shabby shack that he now calls home. He had by now convinced himself that the confusing memories he had experienced, like being director of customer training, were simply the result of some fantastic dream. For Pete knew in reality, he was simply a retired jockey. It was actually very exciting. He worked at a very popular place. Visitors came by the thousands for training, airplane simulator rides, and horse racing. He just wished the senior management wasn't so corrupt, especially the notorious Director of Customer Training, Mr. Dagan.
Well, Captain Devereaux. Have you enjoyed the tour so far?
Tour? Oh, the flight training. Yeah, the pilot's lounge was impressive. The tailhook motif was a stroke of genius. And access to the horse racing results on the monitors in the student stations was brilliant. So how long, let me read this thing. So how many horse races are run here each day? In Michigan, at the Big Blue Aqueduct, they run 9.
We run 11, Captain.
Is there any limit to the amount that can be wagered? In Michigan, there is no limit, you know. But there is a limit, you know.
There is a limit. No, we have no limit. Would you like to see the maintenance training area now? You haven't seen that yet.
Maintenance training? Dark, dreary, foul-smelling places, probably? With lots of low-resolution CBT? Thank you, no, I just fly airplanes, I don't grease them. Let's go take a close look at the racetrack.
All right, Captain.
Yeah? Hey, Clifford, how you doing? Got any lawsuits going? All right. Yeah, okay, Chris, you can come by anytime, pick up your cut. Anytime today, I'll be here. Lawyers, what dorks. That reminds me. Hey, doll, send in security.
Good morning, sir.
Hey.
What can we do for you?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Hey guys, I saw some brats petting the horses along the west fence on my way in this morning.
Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sure we checked that all out.
You're worthless, Davenport. I want an electric fence installed right away.
But sir, the children would probably...
Do it, Kniss.
All right, sir.
Let's go around.
Hey, get that sucker on with 300 volts and hang some candy canes on it. Remember, next week is Christmas.
Gary Dagan ran more than the training center. In fact, training was just a front. He had successfully deceived Boeing senior executives and the law-abiding community. They were all unaware of the illegal activities that Dagan and his senior managers and attorney Chris Clifford controlled. We're talking big bucks here, high-priced boondoggle simulator rides for the wealthy, rigged horse races at the track, and after-hours casino gambling in the classrooms, and X-rated CBT. There were some who had strong suspicions about what was going on, but they were unable to find any evidence. Dagan was a slippery devil.
How you doing, Gary?
Oh, just fine, Bob. What's up?
Oh, problem. I have President Crow and VP Limbaugh lined up for 3 hours of 797 sim time. They're paying 75 grand. What a couple of suckers. But Rita won't bump the United class.
Fantasy, do I have to do everything for you, for crying out loud? Try some little creative, just have one of your technicians tell Daly that they've got to shut the sim down during that period for critical maintenance. Life-threatening stuff, you know.
I'll have Martz do it. He's the best technical specialist we've got. Send Martz up here.
Gary, I just wanted to let you know that the new encrypted line to Yakima was just connected to our network. In a week, we should be ready to close the deal with them. We'll have another racetrack added to our conglomerate. It should increase our revenue by 11%, and that will equate to a 2-year ROI, just like I promised. In fact, I've got a new proposal to build a track in Tacoma, 3-year ROI. I'll have it on your desk in the morning. Hey, Cosman, deliver it to Gary in the morning.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
You're doing a fine job, baby boy. I knew I did the right thing when I sent Shanafelt packing. and put you in charge.
Mr. Fenster, you called for me?
Oh, yeah, Jackie boy. Go tell Rita to cancel the United 797 sim time tomorrow for some critical maintenance you need to perform.
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Fenster. We'll take care of it right away.
Right away, right away.
Excuse me, Mr. Fennessy. Your secretary told me I could find you here.
Jimmy boy, what are you doing up here? Get back to the barns.
Sorry, sir. It's about your horse. I know you told me to race him today, but he's actually in bad shape. Being a horse trainer, I feel that's my responsibility.
You listen to me, Jimmy boy. I want that horse in that race today. If anything happens, I'll replace him and you too.
All right, sir.
You get down to the barns and get the word out. My horse wins today, right?
All right, sir.
Disgusting horse trainer.
Howdy, boys! How's it going?
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Chris, I saw you on Arsenio Hall the other night. Great show. You must be the most famous lawyer in the country right now.
Yes, I believe I am. As a matter of fact, I just happen to have some new 8x10 glossies I've autographed, and you boys can have one.
Oh, boy. Hang 'em on the wall, fellas. Gee, thanks, Clifford.
There you go, Deacon.
Gee, thanks, Clifford. This and $2 will get me a latte.
Chris, I couldn't believe it. There you were on national TV, sitting right next to Madonna. Are you really her lawyer?
Yeah, I sure am. As a matter of fact, I'm more than that. Now, you guys got to keep this quiet, what I'm going to tell you now. Yeah?
Yeah.
I met Madonna on the David Letterman show about 2 months ago. And you know, we hit it off right away. When you got it, you know. So anyway, I'm going to tell you a secret. We're lovers. And I'm getting ready to fly down to Malibu as soon as I get done with my business here.
That's incredible.
Oh. So you see, I'm in a bit of a hurry. Oh, now let me get my lines out.
Okay, then let's all go down to the ball and divvy up this month's take.
Listen there, Mr. Gary. I want my usual copy of the crooked records from my computer account because...
I know. Facts and data set you free.
Dave, I got a problem with my computer. It doesn't seem to be working right when it's hooked up online to the network. Somebody needs to check that out.
I'll have someone check it out. Cosman, make a note of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Pete was determined to do something about the corruption at the training center. He had assembled a team dedicated to breaking Dagan and his gang. They had been working for months, attempting to gain access to computing data that could implicate the crooks. We join them now, secretly at work, deep in the catacombs of the training center.
Steve, come on, Steve, you gotta figure it out. We're running out of time. We're running out of time.
He's right, Steve. I heard Clifford whining to Cottle. He's getting suspicious. You're hacking on the network and making the workstation act up.
Hi, guys. Hey, Dagan's getting bolder and bolder, bumping classes for his revenue sim rides. Jimmy tell you about Clifford's computer problem?
Yeah, they're cranking up the pressure on me here. Ah, nuts! My mouse just froze up.
Okay, let's let the doctor take care of that. Everybody please step back. This doesn't look to be a serious problem. Maybe a little here. Yeah, that ought to fix it.
All right, good. Get back to work here. No, it's still not working.
When are you done with that? This calls for some heavy duty. Okay, I didn't do that at that time. I want you to know that when you're interfacing with your mouse, though, you need to have the BCS approved protection.
That's it, great, it's working. Back to work. Close.
What's going on here? I thought we were going to meet down in the South Bay. I walked all the way over there for nothing.
Sorry, Ken. Last minute change of plans. We couldn't get to you. You were with Cottle. Couldn't take a chance on blowing your cover.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have known you had a good reason, Jack. I just get so worked up around Cottle. Man, I hate working for him.
I know, Ken, you really got the shaft when they merged BCS into BCS. But we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing if you weren't in the position you're in. We really appreciate everything you've done.
Ah, thanks. Here's some new account information I was able to get a hold of. There's also a copy of Cottle's Tacoma proposal.
Well, this is great, Ken. Thanks. Hi, John. How's that configuration database sustaining project?
Oh, it's going pretty good. We're supposed to get the production release of Forms 4 this Christmas. They've been saying that for 6 years now. Hey, Steve, you hacker master! Have you gotten into Clifford's account yet?
Hey, get off my back, Lang.
It's okay, Steve. It's okay.
No,
You're doing
that's
fine.
not okay. I thought I could get access to Clifford's account since he's a weak link. He's got an old Pig Pentium machine. All the rest of the machines on the network are the technologically superior Apple Power PCs. Cottle's security is just too tight. Even Clifford's accounts are impregnable. Heck, I've successfully gotten into the New York Stock Exchange, the ATM network. I've tried everything. I can't get it. I can't break Cottle's security. We're going to need a miracle here.
We're doing it.
You're doing it. That's good. That's okay.
He was right. It would take a miracle. But Christmas miracles can happen if you believe in them. They need your help. Put up your hands if you believe in miracles. We really need a miracle.
Clap again. What was that?
Hi, everybody. What's going on?
It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I saw him last weekend at South Center giving rides to the children around the mall.
Rudolph, what brings you to the training center? Uh-oh, am I scheduled to give you a tour?
No, Santa told me you could use a little help on a very special project.
All right! You brought my release of a production Forms 4. Yes! Yes!
No, John, I'm sorry. Even Santa can't do that.
Why are you here for a simulator ride?
I think I know why he's here. Rudolph's regarded as one of the world's premier computing experts. Remember how he saved Christmas of '92? He got Gift-O-Matic up and running just in the nick of time for Santa to deliver all the Christmas gifts to the boys and girls. Do you think you can help us, Rudolph?
It would be an honor, sir.
All right! Come here, Rudolph. Let me show you what I'm doing here.
Steve spent the next 4 hours describing his efforts to Rudy. Remember, I like to call him Rudy.
Very impressive, Steve. You are an excellent program and an exceptional visionary.
Well, I'll take credit for the programming, but Pete's the visionary. This whole thing was his idea. He pulled the team together, got us co-located down here.
Excellent vision, Steve. Steve, you're very close. Have you thought of trying this?
Hey, Rudolph, I couldn't help notice that your hooves are pretty beat up. Not only that, not only your hoofs, but anyway, your hoofs.
Thanks, Jim.
I'll be happy to trim them for you while you work.
Thanks, Jimmy. That would be swell.
You know, Rudolph, I've been trying to change the functionality to access the current data, but I just can't decide how to do it. It seems like everyone has a different opinion.
Don't worry about functionality, Steve.
There will be plenty of time for that later. What we need to focus on are the colors. What color should we use to represent the archive stuff?
Rudolph, you're brilliant.
Thanks, Steve. Well, I learned it all from the late Jim Eaton.
The late Jim Eaton? What happened to him?
Oh, it's a sad story. He tried to combine his favorite sports of windsurfing and bowling. Well, a big gust of wind came up and messed up his hair. He took his hand off the sail to smooth it down, lost his balance, and fell off his board. He probably would have been okay, but he just wouldn't let go of his bowling bag.
Oh, yeah. I bet it was his custom ball in the genuine Naugahyde bag.
Yeah, that's the one with his name stenciled on the side. Anyway, there is a memorial to him in the lobby of the new training center. A bronzed corn dog.
Wow, how fitting. He must have been a great teacher, Rudolph. I never would have thought to try accessing the archive stuff. You know, I think pastel pink will work for our color.
Yes, backup systems often utilize different hardware and software than the primary systems. It just so happens that one of the first systems I developed for Santa was a backup system. It turned out to be an excellent system. I had to slide the schedule a bit though. Okay, Steve, give it a try.
All right. That's it! We got it! I'm online to their backup data. I've got super user privileges. I can do anything now. Coddle blew it. He didn't implement the same security on his archives. It's all here. All the payments, names, dates. All right. There, I just transferred 12 gigs of incriminating data on Clifford and all the necessary access passwords to the Washington Attorney General's office. It'll be enough to implicate them all. Dagan and his cronies are dead meat.
They had done it! Pete's team, with Rudy's help, had successfully exposed Dagan's underworld. Dagan, however, was still unaware of what had transpired when he arrived at work the next day.
Hey, doll, where's my breakfast? It better be. Hey, doll, I'm waiting for my breakfast.
Screech, screech. Automobile pulling up. Here I am! Sorry I'm a little late. I ran over an old person on the way, but I got here as quick as I could.
It's about...
Just like you like it. The Pacific Atlantic crust, extra toppings, the E-Top special.
It's about time.
Put it on the Boeing account?
Yeah. I think your card just arrived. There you go.
Oh, wow. They're shinier than anybody else's.
Get out of here.
You know, you're such a valued customer. Let me give you a coupon for a free pizza. Good at any participating Domino's location. Oh, ours is not participating.
All right, Dagan, get up.
What are you two schmucks doing here?
You're the schmuck, Dagan.
What?
Clifford's been indicted for racketeering, and we're here to escort you off the premises. Cottle and Fennessy have already been arrested. Yeah, that's right. Now get up. We're throwing you down the stairs.
No, we're not.
All we needed was a little help from Rudolph. I'm gonna miss him. You did a heck of a job. I think we deserve some sort of celebration.
How about a 797 simulator ride? Okay, Pete, you go first.
All right, here we go. Okay, we're going. Ah! Hey, all right, yeah, terrific.
Terrain. Cool. Up.
Uh-oh.
Wow, it was all a dream. Unbelievable. It seemed so real. But it was all a dream. Unbelievable. It seemed so real. But in reality, I've got a huge mess on my hands. I've got to tell everyone tomorrow the training center is closing down. Oh no.
Peter, we just got out of the car and heard the news on the radio. We just wanted to come back in and tell you the news right away. The Attorney General has just indicted Clifford on fraud and tax evasion charges. No kidding. Senator Dale O'Connor has thrown out the lawsuit against Boyd. The Long Acres Training Center can stay.
Hey! It's going to be a Merry Christmas after all. Let's go home. Oh well, you know, what the heck. Well, thanks, Rudolph. Have a Merry Christmas.
Well, that's the end of our tale. We want to wish you all a Merry Christmas.